So hello,
Hi.
how are you guys doing
Hey,
today?
So
fantastic. How
good.
are you?
Doing good. I can talk to humans today. That's always the highlight of my day when I get to talk to other people.
Totally.
Um,
Amazing.
so, since we all can't travel, you guys had the luxury of filming in South Africa. So I wanted to ask you both, what was your experience like? Can you transport us and take us with you to South Africa where you
Oh,
filmed Kissing Booth too?
Maisie, take
I,
it. Take it.
yeah, South Africa has a very special place in my heart. I filmed there before, so in total, I've spent a year there. It is just the most amazing place in terms of diversity of culture. People are so willing to communicate and talk about real life issues, and so open about sharing about their history. And I learned so much. I spent a lot of time in the townships working with certain local organizations as well. And just, it's a natural spectacle. You have huge mountains plunging down into white sand beaches and ocean, and it feeds you in every single way.
Yeah, it has one of the wonders of the world, right? Table Mountain.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's in the original seven, but it is definitely a wonder of the world. And we hiked that. We hiked Lion's Head, and just exactly what Maisie said. The community there is so tight, and the diversity there is beautiful, and it's just stunning. And you can see a lot of the landscape doubles as Los Angeles, so there's a lot of similarities there. The food is
Oh
excellent.
my gosh.
Maisie and I went to town on the tasting menus. We traveled to the vineyards inland in Stellenbosch and Franschhoek, and I was very lucky to have Maisie on my side and being invited by her wherever she went because she knew the places to go.
It was
I feel
amazing.
like you both just sold me on South Africa. Like, I know where I'm going as soon as the pandemic is over.
Definitely.
Yes,
So for the Kissing Booth 2, I really enjoyed both of your characters. And most importantly, because for me, I love YA rom-coms. I don't know what it is. It just transports me back to how I felt as a young teenager. But one of the things that, I always missed out on is I never got to see diversity on screen, or especially with those characters being integral parts of the plot.
hmm
And so I was so refreshed to see both of your characters and how important your roles are to this film. And so I wanted to know for you, how was it really helping change these standards of diversity, especially what we see in rom coms?
100%. Taylor, you want to go first?
sure. I just thought it was such an honor that Vince wrote our characters, and he doesn't put a magnifying glass on a Latinx person or a Black person or an LGBTQ plus person. It's just part of the fabric. It's woven into the script so effortlessly that it's everyday life. Everyday life is Black, is white, is brown, is all the colors of the rainbow. And I'm just so grateful to be part of a project where um, it's just seamless. And and Maisie, I know that
100%. Everything you said. I think also, so often, sadly, people don't get exposed to diversity in their daily lives. So a lot of people only experience it through the stuff that they watch. So I think we as creators have a responsibility, therefore, to create content that reflects the world that we live in. And so I'm so proud that we're finally beginning to see that happening. We need a lot more of it. I don't want us to ever get comfy, but
yeah.
I'm really proud of this film for stepping it up between the first and second one and really embracing that.
Now, also, too, even outside of the diversity aspect, with the common tropes that we see, Chloe, she's this beautiful, well accomplished woman, but she also helps us realize that men and women can both be friends. There doesn't have to be anything extra included with it. And then also, too, Taylor for Marco, he's the typical hot guy, very handsome and charming, but he's authentically himself. He is vulnerable when he needs to be, emotional when he needs to be, and just very connected to the people around him. And so I wanted to know for both of you, how is it really playing these characters and also break down typical tropes that we see in these films? And Taylor, you can start.
Sure. Yeah, it was refreshing because usually you just get this outline of a jock who say he's aggressive, say he's kind, or but he's either cheating on someone. Like there's all these YA kind of tropes, like you said, and we get Marco, who is like the, for lack of a, I don't know, I'm gonna say dreamboat because I think being Team Marco, he's very supportive, he's authentic, he just wants the best for Elle, and he respects her boundaries. And you can't really help how you feel. And so you see Elle and Marco's character, almost kiss during a rehearsal, but you see him holding back because he knows it's all about respect. And if you lose respect with your friend or partner, like, what do you have?
100%. Yeah, I think respect is a great word for both of our characters. And it's such a relief to finally step away from that female, pitted against each other love triangle that we see all the time, and just to reinvent the genre a little bit. I think it pays homage to the older sort of YA rom-coms, but it also does challenge the audience to not to fall into those stereotypes. And at the end, I think you feel a bit silly for having assumed what Chloe's intentions are. It challenges you to think, oh, actually, why can't they be friends? Why can't they be affectionate and loving to each other just because they're of the opposite gender? And I hope it encourages young people to also lean into those friendships that they have, and to not feel like they have to keep it an arm's length, because we have so much to learn from people from different walks of life and different genders and different sexualities than our own.
Exactly. That was well said. Now, I want to give you guys props, though. So, Taylor, I know that you come from a musical background performing in theater, but also I want to know the preparation for the dancing involved, because that was really intense. I feel like I could have did a whole workout on that. And then also you were playing pool. Let me give you your props as well.
Thank you.
I want to talk about the preparation behind that. What did it take to prepare to just be the best of the best at pool and Dance Revolution?
We went hard. I mean, I don't want to speak for Maisie, but we practiced our butts off, because she was practicing pool. I was dancing. Whenever I was off set, I probably had 5 to 6 hours a day of dance rehearsal with 1 or 2 hours of, guitar coaching. And then I go back to my room. I had my pads on the ground that were, the DDM machine. And then I had my electric guitar and I had my acoustic guitar, and I would just be playing it all day. And I was so grateful for that time, because, it just has to sink in. It's just like your acting scenes, you do it once or twice and you're like, okay, it's in your body, now you can play. It was the same thing with the guitar. I said, I will not be that actor that's performing on the screen that I go, they're not really playing. No, you see like their fingers aren't even moving. I was dedicated.
I can attest to that. I mean, you were amazing, Tay. I'd go over and he'd just be like bouncing from one to the other. It was so impressive. And then with pool, so it's actually been a lifelong dream of mine to be an amazing pool player. So I was so happy when I saw that in the script. And I got trained for, probably 3 or 4 times a week with this world champion, pool champion, which was amazing. So it was all me, didn't have to use a double. And there will be more pool playing in number 3. And it is a skill that I'm continuing to practice. And yeah, it was so much fun to have that. And it's hard to act at the same time. I was like, in the rehearsals, I had it down, and suddenly I was like, oh wait, I have to say words at the same time. That was a challenge, but how
sexy was that shot when Maisie, hits it in and then looks up toward Noah?
Thinking the black. No, I look away and then I hit it in.
Yeah,
the order is very important.
You better, Chloe. But thank you both so much for taking the time with me. You're both fantastic in the kissing booth too. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to meet you.
Yeah.
Great meeting you. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.